we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
We're set for football. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing from the outset is Penix.
It's complete to Diggs. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
A run for the first time for Bijan Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Falcons at 8-5 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go.
To the air, Penix.
And Diggs has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one. So they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
You look at the Saints defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Penix.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here we go, here we go.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Gain of 6 yards.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Throwing, Shuck. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
I like
beyond that circle.
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
2nd and 10. Shuck now to throw.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
To throw now, Shuck.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Off the play fake, Shuck.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's Divine Diablo who got in there and knocked that away. You Talk about this Falcon defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
That is caught. He's got room to roam. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, it wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A dream, I had a vision, I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth, nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt this life.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are To the air right away. Here's Shuck.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Lion.
Here's Shuck.
And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, here's Ryan Wright now.
He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Looking to throw, Penix.
Got an open man, it's Washington. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 33-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well, and if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Again, it's Robinson.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
At the 24-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Robinson up the middle.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now Penix going to hold on to it.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Seibert able to knock this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week. And
A little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
you talk about this Falcon defense.
This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants him to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. 6-0 our score after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw is Shuck. Pass taken in by his big time.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
19 tight. 19 tight.
From the shotgun, it's Shuck. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Saints.
Let's go now. 19-18.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Rock roll 80. Check up.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal.
Let's go.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Falcons grab it.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll throw with Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Complete to Washington. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Robinson on a give right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On the draw, Robinson. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw.
Over the middle, caught by London.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Mosley, change team. Check go.
They'll pitch it to Robinson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead.
Cybered on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Saints nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Shuck. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Ready up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready.
A play fake. Now Penix. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
10 yards on the pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Okay, ready. Ready. Viking 18.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
line of scrimmage. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Penix working out of the gun here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 5-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Saints nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Jalen Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And here's Ryan Wright now
As he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Well, they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, Barton. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Seibert's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons.
And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Saints nothing. Jake Bailey
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Jalen Walker able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
With career touchdown number 60.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Falcons 37, Saints nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 32 now.
I play as soon as I'm done this Madden game.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. 18, Rocker. 18, Rocker leading. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. 19, Lion.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
60 red. 60 red. Fury, yellow. Flight blue. Ready, ready.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Saints take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Extra point splits the uprights. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
To the air, Penix. Into the hands of London. Ooh, the juke. Now he's loose at the 40.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
All to give. Here's Robinson.
Gets around him. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Let's go now.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Rip, set. 45, wide. Ready.
Now Rattler.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready.
They'll go. Here's Rattler.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. Down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
They'll run again here with Robinson. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now looking to throw, Penix. He'll try and do this himself.
Hard throw, incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here,
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46.
Blue struck red, 38. Hut.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
10 cycles. Ready.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
oh man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Here's Rattler. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're going option play on third down.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down.
Brings up fourth down and 1.
White. Beetle blue. Ready.
On fourth down, here's Rattler.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them. Really, a turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Oh, they're going to run a little pout pass here. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black, now blue, go. Set.
Throwing is Rattler.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Watch out now. Sticky Fury. Green Jack.
2nd down.
Check, huh?
Rattler wants to throw it.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Ready. 50, grid, 6, mega. Set, go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands.
Were you trying to get crazy with this thing? Don't you know I'm loco?